Hello there and welcome to El Loco for Leeds. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United, and today I'm going through another one of my Rumours round Leeds videos. I'm going to try and do this on a weekly basis during the January transfer window, just to keep you up to date with a few of the January transfer rumours, going around Leeds. I'm going to focus a bit on a few outgoings as well, potential outgoings for Leeds United in this window as well on this one. So let's start with the incomings though, potential incomings into the club. I'm going to speak again about Eric Pulgar. Spoke about him on the last one, and yeah, there's been a few reports over the last day or two that say that Eric Pulgar is close to saying his goodbyes to his Fiorentina teammates and making the move across to Leeds. Few Italian based outlets are saying that. Look, some reports are saying a £9 million bid has been put into place for Pulgar by Leeds. So let's wait and see on that one. For me, would be a fantastic addition to the squad. We're in need of some midfield kind of cover, really, because we've only really got Phillips. If Phillips goes out, we all know what happens, and he will be suspended for the Brighton game coming up. So it's going to be one of those where we do need cover for that position, and I think Pulgar is more than capable of doing that. Chilean international already, well thought of in Fiorentina, and yeah, for me would be a fantastic bit of business. If we can get him for less than 10 million, would be absolutely unbelievable business. I don't think it will quite take 9 million. I think Fiorentina will want more than that. But, it's a starting point, isn't it? So let's wait and see what happens. I've seen one or two outlets saying that we're not going to do any business in this winter window. But, who knows what's happening. This is just the rumours, so I'm just going through a couple of the rumours. By in any means, I'm not saying any of these deals are going to get done at all. I'm just saying what's around in the kind of rumours at the moment, what's happening in the reports. So he's one that's rumoured, he's heavily rumoured. We were rumoured to be interested in him in the summer as well. So looks like a bit of a long-term target for Leeds. Does Pulgar. Let's see if we get our man, and it won't be another sort of Rodrigo De Paul situation where he's clearly obviously not going to come, is he, De Paul? But hopefully Pulgar will. Let's wait and see what happens in the coming weeks. Yeah, but another one that I want to speak about in this video is a little bit more sort of far-fetched one. It is Julian Draxler, who's reported to be attracting attention from Leeds United. I don't know whether this is just lazy journalism, really, because, it could be, couldn't it, really, because there's obviously Radrazani's got them links of PSG, between PSG. There's also the links now with Pochettino coming in as PSG manager. There's the links of him sort of admiration towards Bielsa. Will he let Bielsa have one of his kind of players? Because Draxler doesn't seem to be in it. Well, he wasn't in the former manager's mind, was he? Tuchel's. He wasn't in his mind, was he, at all? Thomas Tuchel. So I don't know whether Pochettino's going to come in and say, look, a clean slate for all the players. Who knows? I mean, the squad at PSG, bags of money, haven't they? It's unbelievable squad they've got, really, isn't it? He doesn't have, like I say, he didn't seem to be in the former manager's plans. I think he only made 10 appearances so far this season. He scored one. But he doesn't. He's mainly been kind of subject and relegated to substitute appearances and that kind of thing. It's another one where the sort of wages would be astronomical, wouldn't they? They'd be outrageous, but would he be willing to take a pay cut to come to, Beeston and play at Ellen Road and be in Leeds? I mean, or would he be rather stay in Paris and just earn a lot more money and have the odd appearance here and there off the bench? I don't know. Depends what he wants out of his career, doesn't it, really? PSG, you'll win medals, you'll do whatever, but you might not play a big part in anything. Whereas at Leeds, obviously, he'd play a massive part. He's a very good player, him. More than very good. He's an excellent player, is Draxler. And I feel like he would add a humongous amount to this squad. And, I've seen people say he'll be starting on the bench, this, that and the other. No, he wouldn't. Why would he come to Leeds? Why would he swap the PSG bench for the Leeds United bench? Makes no sense, does it? If he was coming to Leeds, it'd be a first team regular. He'd want that. And I'm sure, why would he be anything other than that? You'd have to find a place in the team for him. You just would, because he's kind of he's a world-class player, I'm going to say it. I think he probably is, really. He's a bit wasted at PSG at the moment. Still only 28, I think, as well, so he's coming into the prime of his career, really. So it depends on how ambitious he is. Does he want to come and play for Leeds regularly, be in the Premier League and be part of something potentially that will grow into something fantastic? Or does he just want to sit up on the PSG bench, occasionally get a start, and have his kind of whatever he's on? I'm sure it's a good amount of money handed to him every week for just doing the bare minimum. It depends what he wants, but for me, Draxler would be an unbelievable signing. Let me know what you think of Draxler. What do you think of those rumours? Would he be a fantastic player for Leeds? Good signing. What do you reckon to him? Let me know in the comments, of course. And let's move on to some outgoings then that I've seen going about recently. And one of them is Jordan Stevens going to Bradford, potentially cutting his season-long loan at Swindon short and dropping down a division and ending the season with Bradford City. Now, Stevens, for me, strange strange player in a way. I really don't see any kind of use for Jordan Stevens at the moment at Leeds United. It frustrated me when I would see him on the bench last season, because to me he would absolutely offer nothing. He would just offer nothing when he came on. He's gone to Swindon and you thought, all right, let's just see what he can do. Bit of game time for the lad. And all that kind of thing. He's barely had a game, really. He's played 13 so far in that season for Swindon, who was struggling at the wrong end of League One. He had a fantastic start, scored on his debut. He's assisted once since then as well, but 13 games, and I think mainly they have come off the bench, a lot of them. It's not really gone as planned for him, and he's looking like I say, he's going to drop down a division, go and play with Bryce Hosanna at Bradford. They've just signed former Leeds goalkeeper Will Huffer as well. So looks like they're getting the band back together, as it were, the under 20s Leeds United team. Looks like they're getting them back together, and look, hopefully he'd get some more game time at Bradford, and he'd have a better sort of second half of the season as he has the first half, because it's just not gone well for him really at Swindon, unfortunately. But like I say, personally, I don't really see a future for Jordan Stevens at Leeds. Again, let me know what you think in the comments there of Jordan Stevens. Will he come back and be, an important player for Leeds, or will he be one of these players that we've seen so many times who play a handful of first team appearances and then just drop down the leagues? Let me know. But the final one I want to speak about today is Tyler Roberts, potentially there has been rumours that he is on his way to Derby County. Now Tyler Roberts, for me, I'm going to say is a bit like Jordan Stevens, similar to him in the fact that he offers absolutely nothing when he comes on. You know, he's a player, Roberts, that I really, really want to do well at Leeds, and I want to see him do well at Leeds, but every time he comes on, particularly in the Premier League, obviously he hasn't featured for a little while, but in the sort of start of the season he was coming off the bench a lot, wasn't he? And you'd see him coming off the bench and you think, why bring him on? He's going to offer nothing. He basically just runs around the field and has the odd nice touch here and there, and that's about it. So for me, you know, let him go out on loan, you know, see where he, you know, see what he can do if he can get back, you know, and get back into a championship team and do some good for them and maybe revive his Leeds United career. But for me at the moment, yeah, he looks like he's on his way out. Doesn't look like he'll probably play much for Leeds this season at all. He hasn't featured much really, and he hasn't offered anything. You know, you look on the bench and you think, all right, Roberts, oh, he's coming on. He's not going to do anything here. We're looking for a goal. I can't remember which game it was. Maybe West Ham, and he brought, you know, Bielsa took Bamford off and put Roberts on, and you thought, what's he doing here? You know, we need a goal. You know, and Tyler Roberts just isn't going to offer you that. I know he's scored a few, but he's scored very few in the games that he's played, and he seems to have a good game, and then he has a few bad games. He has flashes of brilliance, like that brace he scored against Hull at the end of last season was fantastic, or, you know, towards the end of last season before the lockdown was great, but then he has spells of games where he does absolutely nothing. Lovely goal against QPR he scored as well last season, but yeah, for me, we will have seen the end. If he goes out on loan, like I say, Derby are interested. There's potential of Bournemouth, who I've seen rumoured as well. But if he goes out on loan in January, for me, that's the end of his Leeds United career. He won't be coming back at the end of the season, or he might do, but he'll immediately look to offload him on a permanent basis. It might even be a loan to buy sort of thing. But for me, Tyler Roberts looks like he's on his way out, and there we go. Let me know what you think, of course, about all the other rumours, and of course about Tyler Roberts. Should we let him go? You know, would he benefit from a loan move elsewhere? That kind of thing. Just let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember, of course, to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Like I say, I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. That's my target for now. So let me, you know, help me hit that by hitting the subscribe button. It is free to do that. So thanks very much anyway. And I will see you on the next one, marching on together.